Fielding, and this week I'd like to invite you to join us investigating one of Britain's scariest and oldest locations. This is Most Haunted, and this is Old Hall, Tatton Park. A building stood on the site from ancient times, and the remains of the medieval village of Tatton Green lie buried within the grounds. The current hall was enlarged to its present size in the late 1500s, and in later years was used as a substantial farmhouse. The building is said to be alive with spiritual activity, with reports of an unpleasant misogynist present, claims of an eerie air of disappointment pervading the atmosphere of the hall, and tales of a mischievous spirit who delights in playing tricks on the unwary. It is even suggested that the door to the spinning room acts as a portal for paranormal energy. And so, bearing all that in mind, who would be mad enough to spend the night completely alone and in the dark here in this secluded spot? Well, of course, it had to be Jeff Adams and Ian Cash, and this is what happened.
We're starting off in the Great Hall, and it seems extremely quiet.
Very, very quiet.
How do you feel in here?
Like, it's just so quiet. It's unusually quiet because there's normally creaks and...
If there's anyone here, any spirit we're calling out to, please give us a sign that you're here. Can you whistle for us? I'm going to whistle first. Did you hear that whistle?
No.
All I heard then was a faint... Wish you'd heard that, because it did sound like it came from behind you as well.
Right.
I mean, no, quite far away from behind you.
Can you whistle again?
The Great Hall could prove to be a very frightening place tonight for us girls, as its resident ghost is said to have a severe dislike for women. Some have felt themselves being slowly strangled by a rope or cord. Others complain of having their hair violently pulled, and some have been chased out by marching footsteps. But it's not just the Great Hall that echoes with the memories of life lost. The whole of this ancient place houses many different wandering souls.
At the bottom of a flight of stairs leading to the master bedroom, I did feel a young woman who had been domestic help didn't think that we were suitable to walk upstairs into the master bedroom. She had a tragic passing, the only accident or suicide that I pick up as I walk around, and I feel that she fell downstairs or was, deliberately ended her own life that way. She was very strong in the master bedroom. She was very protective, and she wanted me to know that she wasn't happy that I was there in his bedroom.
The floor here in the servants' quarters vibrates with the heavy footsteps of an unseen phantom, and people feel as though they're being watched when completely alone. Loud banging noises have been heard in the dead of night coming from the main bedroom when it's empty. And the smell of freshly baked bread has been witnessed here in Mrs. Gathercole's room many times. A particularly nasty entity called Tom is said to lead the hauntings here in the kitchen and dining area. In life, he was a violent alcoholic and a wife-beater who ended up drinking himself to an early demise. In death, his legacy remains the same, as many feel a hostile presence all around this area. Some have seen his dark shape wandering from room to room, while others have felt him as he pushes them aside in his endless quest to cause misery to all in his way. But now I have to introduce you to our very special guest, who will attempt to stay the night with us. Carol, we're all very excited about you being here. Is this a first for you, investigating the paranormal?
This is the first time I've ever been asked to chase ghosts. I'm so excited, Yvette. I don't know what to expect. I mean, I'm expecting that cup and saucer to start rattling away in overdrive any minute.
Gosh, that would be fantastic if it did. What about you as a family when you were growing up? Was your mum ever into sort of ghost stories, or your father? Were you ever told ghost stories around the fire or anything like that?
My mum was certainly far too pragmatic to go on any ghost busting or ghost chasing missions on a Saturday afternoon. And I was always very disappointed when she was Prime Minister that I never encountered any ghosts in 10 Downing Street, because there just must be some. It's been the home of Prime Ministers since the 1730s, and all their portraits are up the main central staircase. And I just used to imagine that when there was another scandal or crisis, all the previous Prime Ministers or their spirits would make sarcastic remarks about the current incumbent. I bet they do, but Number 10 is quite a busy place. And somebody told me ghosts are quite shy, so perhaps they just did it behind the scenes.
Well, I really hope that you're going to have a very eventful night. And even if we're talking now, I can hear tapping going on. So can you hear it?
Yes.
That's really quite loud.
It's not the odd job repairman, is it, working late?
I hope not. I think we're in for a good night. Would Dr. Kieran O'Keefe's usual scepticism be tempered by the presence of our distinguished guest? I asked him what he expected of the coming investigation. Well, Kieran, here we are in Old Hall, Tatton Park, a secluded area. And I have to say, filming today has been actually quite difficult because we've had rappings, groaning noises. It's been really strange.
Yeah, the activity has already started, even just with doing pieces to camera, and it's certainly something to look out for later on tonight. Doing vigils and even on the walk-arounds, people being very perceptive about feet, about maybe walking on floorboards, that sort of thing. But it's great that it's already started.
Now, what do you think about the fact that a lot of the rooms in the property take us back to different time periods? Do you think that's going to affect everybody mentally?
Possibly, yes. On the vigils, if people do have any experiences or they see anybody, suggestion may be playing a role, and also stereotyping. If people see an apparition in the 1940s room, for example, I presume it'll be a 1940s apparition, the same in a Tudor room, that sort of thing. So people have to be very aware of that and try not to let the visual prompts influence their experience.
One of the entities here is supposed to be a gentleman who was a wife beater, an alcoholic, and he has an intense dislike for women. And it's been known that some women in here felt things around their throat, they've been pushed aside, and Kath has already experienced being pushed. Do you think we have to be careful, especially the girls, about sort of the suggestion of that?
Definitely, yes. We've been talking about it earlier on today, and some of the female members of the crew are aware. We may actually be conducting vigils with just females. So there is that suggestion effect to worry about. But at the same time, we're an investigative team. If phenomena happens only to women, it makes sense that we do conduct vigils that are female only.
What would the team's resident medium, David Wells, make of Tatton Old Hall?
He's drunk. He's clearly drunk. He's been killing animals, so I can even smell that blood. He particularly dislikes women, I would say.
Oh, nice.
It's an aggression thing. It's someone grabbing me by the throat. Do you know, it's like he's a real man's kind of man. Do you know what I mean? That
Macho.
kind of hunting, shooting, fishing, beat the wife up, drink the booze.
Oh, nice. It was time for Tatton Old Hall to reveal its secrets, so our guest Carol Thatcher joined us as David Wells began his initial reading of the building.
It's quite welcome. It's not what I expected at all, really.
No.
It feels very odd.
Why does it feel odd?
Well, you see this old building from the outside, and then you come in and there's the visuals. So these are visuals. So these are things that I can see with my own eyes belie what I felt outside, if that makes sense. So when I approached the building, I very much felt different to what I see when I get here. It's just a bit odd, really.
Okay.
Energetically, the first thing I've got is a male figure who's very shouty and shovey. He's very pushy, particularly, he's really shovey.
Okay.
he's shouting, the voice has got an accent and I can't get the accent. It's quite a fierce language. It's not a foreign language, it's a local accent. So, you know, it's like it's anything from, I'm not big on accents, it's like West Country-ish, sort of quite rough almost. I'd even go so far as to say a bit of Irish in there, do you know what I mean? He's got a real strong accent.
Is he pushing and shoving because he resents that we're on his territory?
I think so. And if I didn't know better, I'd say he was... No, I do know better. He's drunk. He's clearly drunk because I can smell alcohol.
How old is he, would you say?
He's presenting as around maybe late 30s, early 40s is how he's presenting. He seems in pain, in physical pain, which might have why he lashes out. So kind of like gout or something drink related.
And
Very angry.
when are you putting him at? What time period are you placing him?
He's not like Tudor or Elizabethan. He's quite sort of end of 18th, beginning of 19th century, really.
Okay.
So he's not ancient.
And is he here all the time, or is he just
Seems
visiting?
to be. A bit of a wife beater as well. He particularly dislikes women, I would say.
Oh, nice. Went for a nice night then.
So we're in the presence of a binge-drinking 18th or 19th century ghost,
Yeah.
and he hates women.
Yeah.
He's in for a hard time.
He is. He's got two strong women
Yeah,
here.
that's very true. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
What about a name with him?
Name-wise, the first name is a generic name. It's Tom.
Okay.
So Tom.
Surname?
No surname at the moment.
Okay.
But
No
just Tom.
initial or anything like that?
Not yet.
I have to push it because sometimes you...
I know, I do hold it back. No, there's nothing at the moment. And that name's coming in a kind of drunken, kind of like, you know, that kind of like, you know what I mean?
Don't like that.
That kind of drunken, low,
Right.
like, why are you bothering me kind of voice.
Okay.
So I think he's one to look out for. I think he's a pusher. Physically, you know, you might feel pushed.
Targeted towards women because he doesn't like women.
Yeah, I think so. I've got a tightening in my throat as well, so he might, you know, one of that.
Are you getting the impression that he's alone?
Yeah, he feels alone. He feels dejected, I think. He feels as if nobody understands him, you know. He's in that awful place. His energy is very dark, very black, very hard for me to get right into. And almost like slurring his words, and he's dragging his body, so he's very slow and sort of like, you know, hunched over and just dark soul, really.
So is there anybody in here now?
What's that noise?
Might have...
She whistled.
Yes,
Yeah,
I heard that.
something like that, yeah. This bloke seems to be following us. Tom
Okay.
seems to be following us.
That's louder. That's here.
He's a bit, no, I don't mean to be rude, but he's a bit stinking, you know, he's a bit like unwashed, really.
Where is this chap?
Often when they communicate, they stand on my right-hand side. Mediums tend to work like left or right,
Yeah.
but they generally stand here with me when I communicate with them, so he'd be here.
But if you can feel him very close there, why is the knocking coming from someone else?
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know that. I don't think they physically go and do this. I don't think they physically do that. I think they can change something. They change the energy, and that's what makes the knocks. So they're not physically knocking on a wall.
Have we just got Tom here, or are there other astrals that you can pick up on?
I can certainly feel others upstairs. I can hear a couple of things. I can hear an old lady singing. I can hear an older man coughing, and it sounds like it's the last cough. It's kind of like one of those jobs, and it's not this. There's a bit of blood in the mouth as well with that one. There's a couple of kids running around, but they may be residuals. And but what I'm desperately trying to find is really old ones. Mm-hmm. I'm desperately trying to find like Tudor or Elizabethan, and I can't get any just yet.
Right.
So I'm kind of hoping maybe as we go further
They're
forward.
a little bit more modern. Do you want to keep walking through?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm such an amateur, I'm tempted to have a quick look under the table, actually.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Now, David, this might help you get further back.
Yeah, it's an older space, isn't it?
Yeah.
In here, there's a bit of playfulness, and I'm not sure if it's kids running around from upstairs. There's a bit of hair pulling, and there's a bit of general jiggery-pokery, kind of, you know, just kind of poke and prodding.
Right.
Getting that in here. There is this throat thing, though, through right the way through. There's a throat thing.
What would that
I can
be?
feel. I don't know. It's like. It's slightly aggressive. If I'm being honest, it's an aggression thing. It's someone grabbing me by the throat.
Well,
and I thought initially it was Tom, but I'm not sure.
That is a phenomenon that has been reported here, where particularly women have, have felt the throat. And also, I will tell you that the spirit of a Tom has been sort of talked about. And there is a person, Tom, who was associated with this place, who was into drink and who was a wife beater as well.
Okay.
So, and the time period fits about right. So you are on the right track.
Okay.
But why is Tom grabbing you by the throat? You're a man, because you're two women, and we haven't been shoved or grabbed by the throat.
Because, well, I'm going to feel the conditions that he... So what happens in the room, I'm going to feel it or sense it, regardless of whether he does that predominantly to men or women. So I'm just going to feel it because that's what he does, really.
Do you think the ghost knows that Yvette and I are here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be able to sense your energy, definitely. Definitely. I think it'd be interesting when we go into vigils and things. It'd be really interesting to see. The trouble is, you need to be aware of it, but you don't need to be thinking about it. Does that make sense? Because then you might subconsciously put it on there.
All right. So, if you're all happy, should we turn the lights off? Mm-hmm. Okay, brilliant. Let's go and get ready.
With David's initial walk around promising much to come, we switch to night vision to commence the investigation.
All right, everyone?
Yeah. Yes.
It's different in the dark,
dark,
isn't it?
isn't it?
It's very dark. Okay.
Does this floor slope, or is it me?
No, it
I
does
think there is a
slope.
little bit of a slope,
There
yeah,
is.
which makes you feel worse, doesn't it?
Do you want to walk on a little bit further, David?
Yeah, okay.
Now, you said downstairs you felt drawn upstairs.
Yeah.
By whom? Whom was
There's
doing
a
that?
couple of males up here. One is older, maybe 16th, maybe a bit early 16th century thereabouts. And there's a modern one. There's one. This is a real odd space. There's one here who seems to be in like yieldy clothing, like a bit of tapestry.
Listen, listen. It's weird, isn't it? It's like there's no fixed place where it's coming from.
No, it bounces around, doesn't it?
Yeah. So an older gentleman, like from a tapestry, is saying.
Yeah, he's wearing clothes that are they look embroidered, a bit quite old.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one, an old man who's wearing a cardigan.
Oh,
That's why it's like two extremes.
that's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's two extremes. There's one over there in a cardi, and one in here in like yieldy times.
And can you get more of a fix on them? Give them more personalities each of...
This one's definitely a former owner in here.
Which one?
The older one.
Yeah.
The words they give me is owner and renter. So one's involved in, didn't own it, but maybe rented it or worked here, or do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And one here was a former owner, and this one's, I think they're saying Sir.
Okay.
So Sir John. This one's, Sir John, I think.
Okay.
This one's a bit blustery, but not anything like
Tom.
Tom, who's just down those stairs, he's sitting at the bottom of the stairs, I think.
That's you guys
That is
moving
you
in.
guys moving
Yeah.
there. I thought he was coming up the stairs there.
Yeah.
It's really odd. I have to go back to him in a second because he's clearly, I would imagine you would be around here, he's been killing animals, so I can even smell that blood. I can see him ripping skins off rabbits.
This is Sir...
No, this is this is
Tom.
the guy. Yeah, I can feel him at the bottom of the stairs. He's quite strong. I just had a waft right across my head there.
Okay.
That's me. Is his surname Kingsley or Kingsman or Kingston or something like that?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Okay, something like that. Do you know, he's a real man's kind of man. Do you know what I mean? That kind of
Macho.
hunting, shooting, fishing, beat the wife up, drink the booze.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and a classy bit of work.
Nasty to women.
Yeah, but this one here doesn't acknowledge him at all. But I think he can see him. I'm not convinced he can't see him. I think he can see and sense him, but turns his back and turns his nose up at him, really. This is where the old boy seems to be. I wonder if this used to be a bedroom at some point.
So this would have been a bedroom before?
I think it feels like a bedroom space. It feels like this old boy shuffling around.
With a
And
cardigan?
Yeah, with a cardi on and, you know, just kind of...
Did you say what time period he came from?
I think mid-1900s.
Okay.
So quite recent.
Okay. Is he in here now?
He's shuffling about. I'm getting the name. It's quite a modern name, so I suppose it would be, which is Benjamin or Ben. Benjamin.
Can you put more of a date on when he died?
I think it's around the 50s. It's
1950s.
Yeah. I think he may have worked here in like a, I don't know what it was at that time, whether it was open to the public or not, or whether he worked in the estate. But maybe if people visit here, he likes that. He likes the interaction with visitors.
Okay.
And just stroked my face and just touched me in the face. It's good if you can, Ben, if you can be physical, if you can touch people gently like that, do it to someone else in the room, not just me. Touch someone else gently like that.
How did it feel?
Just literally like that, just that.
Oh.
Just
Sort of
nice.
jellyfish sort of touch.
It's very, very gentle. It wasn't anything harsh.
Very quiet, isn't it? Yes, quiet. Okay. Should we move out of here?
Yes.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we should.
Yeah.
David had firmly connected with the spirit of Tom and was picking up on several other characters from different eras of the hall's history. What else would we discover in the coming hours?
I am scared. We're dealing with a man who doesn't like women here.
We're walking through pitch black thresholds.
Well, if it makes you feel any better... Jesus, what's that?
Our night at Tatton Old Hall with special guest Carol Thatcher was proven to be alive with characters connected with its use as a farmhouse. The most dominant of these seemed to be Tom. We anticipated further contact with him before the night was through.
The man who doesn't like women here. What's that?
With so many characters within the old hall, and Tom still the most dominant, we decided the time was right to hold a séance. So our guest Carol Thatcher joined David, Kath, Jeff, Carl and myself in an attempt to contact Tom directly.
Ready,
Oh.
ladies?
Did you just tap your foot?
No.
Sorry, 2 taps under the table.
Listen, 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 it's happening. Listen.
Come on, I know you're here. I can feel
Oh,
you.
there you go, there you go.
I can feel you here.
Do you want me to ask out, Dave?
Yeah.
Who's here?
I think there's... Tom's definitely here. He's stood in a corner, though.
Which corner?
He's sort of just behind to your right. Behind you to your right.
My right.
Mm.
Tom, if you can hear us and see us, can you bang on the table? That's freaky, isn't it? Thank you so much. Please use all our energies in this room, all the people in this room, use all our energies. Have you had a drink today? Are you happy?
I keep out of the corner of my eye. I keep thinking I see something behind your boom. Yeah. It's not there when I look. But out of the corner of my eye, it seems to be.
Come on, us girlies aren't afraid of you.
Go on, Kath, yeah.
Where are you? Come closer.
Who?
where you are.
Come on, Tom. There's 3 women here who want to talk to you. You couldn't possibly be scared of us, could you?
Apart from plenty of rapping, Tom seemed reticent to make contact with 3 forthright women. So Carol and myself, along with Kieran and David, moved to the ground floor to see if we could provoke any activity in Mrs. Gathercole's room.
Oh, you hate it in here.
You half expect one of them just sitting there, don't you?
Not here, it's missed the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's excellent. Oh, for goodness sake, stop flapping about me!
Are they touching you?
I hate it, yeah. I don't mind it, but it annoys when you don't do it to anyone else.
Come on, is there anybody here? Any astral beings, any spirit people that... What was that? Was that you, Carol?
Possibly.
It was like
Something being thrown. I had like...
pebbles on stone.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Let's keep walking.
I hate walking through pitch black thresholds. It's a nightmare, isn't it?
Well, if it makes you feel any better...
Something moved in that...
Something moved in where?
Sorry. Something moved in that room. Something rattled in that room.
Oh, shit. I walked into the furniture.
You all right?
Yes. Dude, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Something came at me from that room.
What do you mean? There was
What do
something
you mean,
walked at you?
Something...
Come on, let's have a proper look at this bit.
Come on, Tom, throw something.
Dude, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, He just kind of worried me. Just almost...
Did he push past you? Or
Yeah, he did. He went through me, really. It was the astral... When you see them astrally, sometimes they can appear real. And he appeared real.
what did he look like?
Well, he was just a big black mass coming towards me with a face. It's kind of... It's got quite a roundish face with a funny hat on.
Oh, David.
Like a...
No wonder.
Not like a bowler hat, like a... I don't know.
Did he shove you out of the way to escape, or what?
Yeah,
what did it feel like?
He went straight past me, just straight past me, like that.
Oh.
Tom, are you here with us? David's seen you.
Or did I? Did I see him?
Now, did you hear him run up the stairs, or did he just belt down the passage?
He went towards us in the room. He came past me and went into the room.
Okay.
So is he up Is he up? Does he go up the stairs?
I don't think he does, you know. You did hear creaking on the staircase.
I did, yeah.
I saw him when we were upstairs earlier.
Sitting on the bottom.
Sitting on the bottom, but he didn't. I don't think he goes upstairs.
I think we go back to the hall and see who's there. Why don't you sit down for a couple of minutes, very, very, very still.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Tell me what you heard.
I heard a couple of bangs.
It's almost... I don't know if it's music coming from far away or because we're keeping quiet and I can hear my heartbeat, but I'm hearing thumping. I don't know if anybody else is hearing it.
I am as well. I thought it was traffic. I wasn't sure what it was, but it's something with the rhythm and the distance.
It's not coming from within this room, at least. I can say that much for sure.
So what had guest Carol Thatcher made of her time with the Most Haunted team?
David, I think, did a great job, and obviously this is his whole empire and expertise.
What did you think about the table juddering and moving?
It was a start. But we'd been goading them and insulting them, actually, for half the evening, so they might just have said, look, we're not going to play ball. That's their right, whether they're human beings or ghosts.
Carol decided to call it a night and made her way back to the warmth and comfort of home, leaving the rest of us to explore further. With David firmly convinced that Tom had made an appearance, and even Dr. Kieran O'Keefe was sure that he had heard music, Kath and I took the opportunity to further the investigation by attempting to goad Tom with our presence in a lone vigil in the ground floor living room. At this point, Kath was completely unaware of Tom's strong dislike for women.
Any weirder? where she... See that man? What is that? It's like a... You don't? No, it's the way she... See that man? What is this? I am not happy. Why? I'm just not happy. I'm not happy at all. You know? No, I'm not. We're on our own. Let's just head on back somewhere. No, wait, no. Look, I am scared. We're dealing with a man who doesn't like women here.
Well, yeah, let's just go a little bit further. You never hear me saying this. Come on, let's just go a bit further. Just a little bit.
Yeah, but this is stupid.
What's it called, Tom?
What?
What's it called?
Oh, don't start that. Do you know what the phenomena is here?
No, I've not listened.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Kath, that's why I'm terrified.
Come on, shut this door. Did you hear that?
What?
It sounded like somebody was walking in there. Did you hear that? How brave am I?
Oh, what's come over you?
I don't know.
Oh, Kath.
Hello?
You can scream, look, can you?
I can't, I've got a sore throat. Tom, are you here? Can you show us by a light form?
Did you just move your feet?
No, I don't think so.
Before when you stood still? No, because I have 2 times. But I don't like this room at all, not one bit. And if you think you're going through that door, you've got another thing coming. Come here,
What's
back there
wrong?
now, please. Because I was here when all the stuff was happening, and I don't want to be on my own. Why are you running?
Because I don't want to be on my own.
Don't run, no, don't run. Oh, come here.
Oh. Wait! I swear somebody was stood behind us.
Our lone vigil left Kath and I very shaken. Could Tom have been with us? And would he appear again?
You right, Carl?
Yeah, I've just got really dizzy there. I almost fell over. Oh, whoa. That was right over there.
I don't like this son of a bitch. I think he's gonna do something.
Tatton Old Hall was alive with surprises. Jeff, David, Carl and I were determined to reinvestigate the ground floor, the scene of so much of the night's paranormal activity.
I don't like the area where we did the seance.
No, I agree with you.
I've never liked that area. I've never liked that room or anything. I just don't like it.
But he's lurking about. That is where he
Yeah.
lurks, definitely. Oh.
Oh my God. It's really loud.
Oh.
That is really loud.
You right, Carl?
Yeah, I've just got really dizzy there. I almost fell over.
That's how it gets me here as well.
What was that? What's that?
It's a door.
The door? Where?
Slamming.
Where?
Oh,
Where?
I just heard
Down
it.
from down here.
That's how it gets me here as well.
What was that?
I don't like this son of a bitch. I think he's gonna do something. I knew it.
Where?
There's something here.
Oh,
So something moved there, didn't it?
Yeah, so it felt like something fell or...
Something up here. That's all fallen off the cotton thing. Look, it was all up here. It's been pushed down.
Right.
Oh, just...
Do you know, for the first time tonight, I'm now scared.
That door went.
What door was it though?
Down there, and then as we walked down there, that's when the movement was. Should we walk back up into where we were? Where the tapping was.
Yeah.
Right. What's up, Tom?
Something was right behind me. I just did a quick count because I thought someone was there, but everyone was in front of me. That was horrible.
Let's go back in there. Where the knocking was really loud. Yeah?
Yeah.
As these knocks are getting closer and... Do you hear a growling sound there?
Yes.
Do you hear a growling sound there?
Yes.
Okay, we're going back in the room, Tom. If you can do something else, do something else.
What was that? That was a stone or something.
I'm going to go right down and make sure no one else is down there. Just... Is anyone down there? Oh, whoa. That was right over there, right by the fireplace.
Show yourself.
Let's go back up there. It seems to happen over there and then we walk
Up
down.
here.
Yeah. There you go. Let's go back up there, yeah. Is that on the floor? So,
Why don't you leave it there? Because
yeah. Is that what was thrown, do you think?
I don't know.
Something like that. Tin moved it, didn't it?
We didn't even come in this room, did we?
What was...
No, it's okay. I think that was my foot. But I had something chucked down.
Yeah, it was again.
Something was thrown, definitely thrown.
It's giving us right all one around.
Yeah, but he's enjoying it.
It's every time we go in that room.
Oh, look.
There's another stone there.
Is that the same? It's not the same one, is it, sweetie?
Well, it couldn't be. We left the other one there.
No, I know. But I bet you it is the same one. Look, it's gone.
Shit, it's gone.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, brilliant.
What do we do? What do we do? Leave it?
Leave it and see what happens.
Where should we leave it? On here?
Is he trying to tell us something?
I don't think he's trying to tell us anything.
Do you think he's just playing?
Yeah.
Well, good. Keep playing. Let's go back in
Just
the
go
room.
back into it.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh my God! That's brilliant.
It's gone.
He's just playing, isn't he? He's just,
Yeah, I think.
he's
Let's
just
go back in
playing.
the other place.
Yeah.
In a couple of seconds. Yeah. Well, if we leave it there,
We'll just see if he plays again.
we'll see if we... Have you gone, Tom? Coward. Alright, alright, chill.
I think he's angry.
Are you angry, Tom?
It's very loud, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's not that, but it's like someone's doing this. Tom, are you angry with us? Okay, I really don't like it.
Do you mind if I move away from the door?
Yeah, I would. That was right near you. Do you mind if I try something?
What?
Tom?
Oh no, be careful, Carl.
Be rude.
Rudish.
Oh, right.
So Tom, obviously you're drunk and a wife beater, and that appalls me about you, and clearly because of that you're a coward. Throw something up, not to harm us, but to prove to us you're here. Something that is not in this room, anything. It's from another room. Or are you just a coward?
It's a bottle, it's okay, it's okay. Thank you, Tom.
Well, we asked him for something.
We did.
Our vigil had seemed to trigger an amazing amount of unexplainable activity, from almost constant knocking through to the stone projectile and the thrown glass bottle. How would Dr. Kieran O'Keefe rationalise all of the events we had witnessed at Tatton Old Hall?
The Old Hall at Tatton Park was an interesting location for the team to investigate, mainly because of the attendance of a celebrity, Carol Thatcher. Earlier on in the day, the team were in anticipation of Carol Thatcher. They weren't sure how she would react to the investigation. What actually happened is that it turned out Carol Thatcher was very much a skeptic. At various points she was almost apathetic to the phenomena that was occurring. For this reason, it had an effect on the mood of the investigation for the first part of the night. Later on in the investigation, when the team split into smaller groups, phenomena started to occur.
It's a bottle, it's okay, it's okay.
At some point, David, Jeff, Carl and Yvette were in a bedroom off the dining room and they heard very loud bangs.
It's really loud.
Oh. That's really loud.
They even had objects apparently being thrown as if from nowhere. The team took a very critical stance and did check the corridor and some of the back rooms to make sure the noise wasn't coming from somebody else. They also actually tried to put controls in place and locked off a camera on a stone that had moved apparently of its own accord. Unfortunately, in this particular circumstance, when the lock-off camera was placed, no movement was captured. So for this reason, I have to be very sceptical about the phenomena that occurred. It is only at this point eyewitness testimony.
Tatton Old Hall had been an incredible experience, full of character and strange occurrences, which left David, Kath and Carl convinced that they had seen a manifestation of the misogynist spirit of Tom. Until next time, sleep tight.